Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Manuela Vincent, live from Virginia. Welcome to the live. How is everybody doing today? Happy Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. You guys always know I have a little theme, so welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. Making sure that my live on my YouTube is running over here. 1 second. How's everybody doing? Put it down in chat. 1 second. Let me know down in chat. How are you guys? If you're new here also, let me know if you're new. Put a number 1 if you're new. Give me a follow if you've never been here before. Double tap the screen over here on TikTok world. And on YouTube, you guys already know. You already know what's expected over here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. Hello, Deborah. Welcome in. All these notifications popping up everywhere. So welcome. So let me just give you a little bit of housekeeping stuff, guys. I don't ask for much on my lives, really. I talk, I share what works, I give value, I teach a little bit. The only thing that I ask of you guys on here is because we are content creators. I am. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just watching me today. But these platforms favor engagement. The more you can engage, double tap the screen. You know, that's free over here on TikTok. When you double tap with your finger, that just gives me some love. Also, sharing it helps, right? Because I love engagement. This is I have 2 TikToks for those people on TikTok. This is one that's my backup account that I've been going live on because I'm trying to get that engagement up over here. I'm trying to get those followers up to 1,000 over here. So if you guys can help me in any way, shape, or form doing that, I would appreciate you. Okay, guys? I do have a topic for today. I have a topic every day. But ultimately, let me just start here. This is for anyone who is looking for a way to make an income outside of your 9-to-5 job. That's what I teach people. I teach moms, dads, busy people, 9-to-5ers, how to use their cell phone to monetize. That's basically what my goal is when I come live on my platform, because I found that. Hi, Clarice. How are you today? Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Winning Wednesday. Glad to have you here, okay? So if that is something that interests you, right, now or in the future, just come on in and listen. I'm going to direct you to where to get more details. But what I usually do is I talk about a topic. I talk about a topic in the real world situation, meaning jobs, where they're going. I also talk about how, like today I'm going to be talking about, what is it costing you? What is your job actually costing you? Because some people always say, well, you're in a business, that's going to cost you something. It does cost you something because you're learning skills and you're starting a business. No business is for free. But what is your job costing you? There's a lot there. There's a lot there to unpack. So I want to kind of talk about that today, right? So stick around, and we're going to dive in. Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Manuela Vincent, and I was part of a layoff last year. I worked in corporate HR for 20 years. And when they called me in the office, they said they were downsizing. They had to cut costs, right? Well, I didn't come out of there with anything. I didn't even get a severance package. I came out of there with no savings, no retirement, no plan B, no idea what was going to happen next, right? Now, I have a husband. He's been working 2 jobs, but I still had 2 teenagers at home that still needed me to provide for them, right? That's 1 income down. That's tough. Nowadays, you need more than 1 income in a household. You need to have multiple streams of income. I don't care what you say. Test me on that and find out. You cannot survive on 1 income, especially if you have a family, kids, and all this stuff. And also, depending where you live, the cost of living is crazy. Honestly, I think that's everywhere. But at that point, when I got laid off, I tried to apply for more jobs, Are you homeless now? No, but I used to be with 3 kids. That was a long time ago. I am not homeless. Thank you, Lord. Do you see? I'm in apartment. I've been living in this apartment for a while. Me and my husband are not going to buy here. We're going to be saving our money to retire in a nice place. That's what our goal is. But no, I'm not homeless. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Okay, but we were there before. And that's with us both holding jobs. All right? That's sad. When you both have jobs and you still end up homeless, that's a problem. That's a problem. Times have always been hard for us, right? So let me just tell you, I looked for jobs. I applied for jobs. No, I'm not in a motel, Theron Do. Why do you care where I'm at? I'm in Virginia. Not going to tell you my city. Born and raised in Virginia. I just told you I live in an apartment. This is my apartment. I don't live in no motel. No. Don't do that. Does this look like does this look like a motel? This is a cozy spot. I got my little decorations in the back. No, I'm not in a motel, my friend. Anyways, guys. So again, very good. God is good. God is good. Clarissa, I appreciate you for being here. So when I got laid off, I looked for more jobs. They weren't calling me. I'm a 52-year-old lady, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. And we have a lot of people in our community that went through what I'm going through. We're up in age. They don't want to hire older people anymore. That's just the way it goes. That is called age discrimination, but they're not going to tell you that. I used to work in HR. I know how it goes, how they cut people. That I know all that. I'm not getting into all that. But let's just say when you get to be our age, it doesn't matter how many skills you have, how many years of education you have, how many years of skin in the game you have. They want to hire someone younger with less years, and they'll even pay them less, to be honest with you. Crush DR says, yes, my dad can't find work. Or he can't work because he's old. I feel bad for him because he's in jail now. Well, my apologies. That's bad. Your dad was born in 67, so he's older than me. He's like 2 years. He's 2 years younger than my husband. So, yeah, that's scary, but I'm telling you, that's just how the world is rolling right now. Unless you live under a rock, you guys got to know that. Hello, Lily, how are you today? I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just like looking back on both. I'm on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So I'm here, Lily. Welcome to my live. If you're new, give me a follow, please. Double tap the screen. I appreciate it. Just share this out. I'm going to be talking about some good stuff today, okay? So just bear with me. I like reading comments. So if you want to engage also, I would appreciate you. Are you the owner of the property or is it rented? No, I don't own yet. That's my future goals. I want to own real estate properties. I want to own apartment Why are you asking me all those questions, Theron Do? Why are you asking me those questions? Clarissa said she got laid off because you were 53. I'm telling you, 40s, 50s, 60s, yeah. What's up? I had a guy come on my live once and said he was laid off at 20s. And I'm like, whoa, that organization was going through something. If you're that young and you're getting laid off, that's crazy. He told me jobs back then were terrible. He was still living with his mom until his 40s. And he met, you mean in the 70s? If he's born in the 60s, so he probably grew up in the 70s, right? I'm not sure. I just know the cost of living is a lot higher nowadays. Let's just put it that way. But anyways, guys, that's kind of what we're moving into right now. I have family members who have been out of work almost 2 years, and it's tough. That's why I present this to them, what I'm going to be talking about today. And it's completely up to you guys if you want to take a look at it. What I provide is free information on a daily basis. This is free for you to check out at your leisure, whenever you want to. What I will try to get across to you today is I'm never going to tell you to quit a job. I want to emphasize that for you. I'm not on here to say quit a job because that would be insane, especially what's going on right now. If you have a job, hold on to it. But what I am going to cover today is give you the understanding that there is no security in a job. If you have a job, you need to think about investing your hard-earned dollars into a business online, an online business, not a brick and mortar business. We're talking about online business because that's what I'm involved in. And that way, nobody can take it away from you. That's the ultimate goal. Nobody's going to be your boss. You're your own boss. Tax write-offs up the wazoo. You can work on your own terms and time. We work a 2-hour workday in this business. And so I'm going to be talking about that. What is this guy talking about? Jobs are still terrible today. Yeah, they are, because they don't care. No job really cares about you. Okay. You guys can come at me all you want. I worked in HR. The bottom line is they need to keep the business profitable. The organization you work for, the person at the top makes the most money. In my opinion, that's the real pyramid schemes. Okay. Your job is. I worked a job for 20 years. They need to keep that company profitable. So if they got to cut you out, meaning cut you gone, like out of the company altogether, or they're going to cut your paycheck in half, or they're going to cut you from full-time to part-time, let's get real, they're going to do that. I'm talking to people every day. I have a lady that was on my TikTok yesterday telling me about that. She needs help. She's looking at something new because they cut her. They cut her from full-time to part-time now. You guys need to wise up. If you're on my lives, I get loud because I'm passionate. If you don't like that, then I'm not the right person for you. So do understand that I get loud because I'm passionate and I need to yell at the people in the back. I need y'all to wake up. I need you to wake up. If you have a job right now, God bless you. Take that job, hold on to it as long as you can, but get yourself a side business, an online business that nobody can take away from you. No government shutdown can take away from you. Doesn't matter. You don't got to get on no food stamps. You're going to be your own boss. You're bringing in your own profits. Stop letting them out there dictate your income. That's what you guys need to get through to your head today, okay? If you take away anything from me today, I hope that that is one of them, okay? We're going to break a lot of stuff down today. Ask Clarice. We were on here 2 hours yesterday. Let's see. Don't you think starting to live in a motel? No. Hey, guess what? I'm going to block this guy. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Who in their right mind would say, okay, guys, TikTok. I'm talking to somebody over here and I had to block them because that's ridiculous. That makes no sense. Don't you think moving in a motel is the most practical way to get started? Anybody want to answer that question for me? I love engagement. Please share your comments. Share your comments, please. I love to get your input. If there's a better way, why would you want to stay in a motel, guys? That's not your first goal in life. Hello. Let me say hi to some people over here. I apologize, guys. I get so engulfed in what I say sometimes. I can't pronounce some of these names. Alex, hello. Let's go. User 29566014721. Hello. User 29566014272. I think I just said that. Cher Johnson. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly. I apologize. Right? Who else is over on here? Definitely Clarice. Clarice, people crack me up. It's going to be another day, isn't it? We're going to have another day like yesterday. Okay, less people on here, but I don't care. Less people, I don't care. Because I only want to connect with the right people. I like to have conversations with good people, okay? Conversation with good people. Let's talk, okay? So let me turn over here on TikTok world. Man, it's like a hit or miss on TikTok. It's a hit or miss on YouTube. It just depends on the topic. I don't think people in jobs don't want to hear me, I don't think. What do you think, Clarice? People in jobs don't want to hear what Manuela has to say. Because either you want to block it out, you're clueless, you just don't want to hear it because I'm telling you something you're not used to hearing. But it's okay because I like to still talk about it because there's always going to be someone who connects with me about this. right? If you've been in the job world as long as I was, and 20 years being on both ends of the spectrum as far as HR goes, I was a person that laid people off and I got laid off. When you're in a job and you know how an organization works, when you lose your job, you'll come out and you'll learn to talk to people about it. What is a job? Okay, and that's what we're going to talk about today. That's my topic. So the topic today, guys, is, and we're going to cover some things, the real cost of staying at your 9 to 5. I say parents need to hear this before 2026. Anybody needs to hear this before 2026. I told you guys, I have something here for anybody. I don't care how old you are, 40s, 50s, 60s, 30s, 20s. This applies to any of you. Okay? Hello, Wisteria. Hello, Gabby Buildwit. How are you today? Happy Winning Wednesday, guys. This is for anyone who really you guys need to really unpack this job scenario. You really need to unpack the job situations right now. And that's why I'm going to be breaking it down for you. I want you can get mad at me all you want to, but I know what it's about. I'm breaking it down what the real situation is, okay? This is no secrets. If you guys just need to look at things logically and understand what's going on in the world today. Okay? I'm not a conspiracy theorist by no means. I just step back, having been that I have some wisdom. I'm 52. I just step back and I look at the trends and I look at things that are going on. Okay? Now, as you can see here, my first part of this, I don't know if who's been on or off of this the whole time, but again, I was laid off at 52, 20 years in a corporate job. Let me repeat that again. Laid off at 52, came out of there with no savings, no retirement, no plan B. I didn't know what I was going to do next. The logical thing was, and what most of you guys do, is you go and you try to find another job, right? That's what I did. So I'm not hating on you. Because, you're going to go to what's comfortable for you. That's what we all do. That's by nature. We're going to go get something we already lost. We're going to go and we're going to apply for another job because we're conditioned to do that. We're conditioned to get another job. But the problem with that is the jobs is not calling you back now. Can we agree on that? We just had the conversation over here. A young man here is talking about his dad's not having a job. And he can't work now. Like, everybody's going through that. You're not able to find a job, guys, whether you think you're qualified or not, because everybody and their mama is going after the same job as you're trying to apply for. So if that's the case, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to get that letter, that email, if you get a call back, saying, well, your qualifications are amazing, but we went with another candidate. I've gotten this so many times, guys. That's what I kept coming upon. 18 months back, I was going through that process and I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm not dealing with that anymore. I don't want to keep on pushing a resume out for fools to not call me back. I got to find a way to replace the income I lost. So that's what I did last year, okay? And that's what we're going to be talking about. But I want you guys to understand the struggle with a job. I want you guys to understand the reasons you should be getting an online business. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Can you help me? $10 for food, please. No. Guess what, Alexander? I'm not going to give you money, but I'm going to tell you how I was able to put money back in my pocket. There's no handouts here. You need to get out of that mindset, Alexander. There's no handouts here. I don't know you from Adam, number one. You're not part of my family, number two. And I don't do that on my lives. So you heard me? You heard me? Any of you people on my lives coming talking about, can you give me this? No, you got to work for your keep. You got to get into something that's going to give you money back in your pocket. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy, Alexander. Okay, we're going to go. We're going to keep going. Stop being lazy. I don't care if you hate me or not. The same goes to those people who are not disabled and who are taking advantage of systems. Yes, I said it, and what? That's what I'm talking about. There are people that we're not even trying trying to get political here, but I'm talking to you guys. Those people who are taking advantage of the SNAP system and all that stuff, if you can walk, you can get up, you can do a business, you don't got to worry about no SNAP benefits. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. Let that be for the people that really can't work. That stuff really makes me mad. I've used SNAP once in my life. I was an able-bodied. I was looking for work. This was a long time ago. And we didn't have, I had gotten my job gone. My husband was out of work. We were both out of work, but we still was trying to find something. Don't play. And I didn't even like being on that. Never stayed on it. Soon as I could get my job, off of that joint. I don't know why people take advantage of the systems like that. It's so bad. So I'm happy for Trump, what he's doing. You can hate me or love me. You can come at me all you want to. You got to get the lazy people off the system. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, okay? Not all about that, but I want y'all to understand. I don't respect the lazy. I don't. I can't. Hard work. Work hard, Clarice. That's what I'm talking about. Why your job is costing you more than you think. So we're going to break that down. That's one topic. That's one of my, I got a few bullet points here, okay? But why is it costing you? You guys always come at me saying, oh, well, she's got something she's selling, this and that, right? I'm in a business. A business has a startup cost. And yes, that's what I found last year because I was the person who kept trying to find the job. They weren't calling me back. I needed to find a way to replace the income. And I purchased a program that taught me skills to be able to do what I do now. That's part of my business. So you come at me, oh, well, you said it's, well, why is it costing me if I'm going to earn anywhere from $100 to $1,400 a day? I want to break this down. Gosh, you guys got me fired up today. I want to talk about that. Did you guys know your job's costing you too, one way or another, if you want to look at it like that? If you do work and you got to commute, that's gas time, right? That's the basic level. If you got to look cute in your job, that's costing you. You got to smell good, that's costing you. So you guys need to look at it like that too. It is costing you from that perspective, a job is, but it's costing you even more. Let's take it deeper. Let's go deeper with that, okay, today? You're trading time for dollars. What do I mean by that? You're going in and punching a clock. You're going in, you're working 8 hours to get a paycheck. It's called new age slavery. That's why I'm glad my job laid me off because I found something better, more productive. Love it, comfortable in my home, doing what I love, spending time with my teenagers. I have my time freedom back and my financial freedom back. My income doesn't determine whether I go to a job and clock in 8 hours a day. I'm back. Sorry, I had to go. Welcome back, Lily. Welcome back. I'm still here. So that's what I mean by time. You're trading time for dollars because you have to go in. You got to be an able body. You have to sit in that seat for 8+ hours a day to get a paycheck. So that is costing you to get a paycheck, right? I did it for 20 years because I didn't know better. I would have left that joint a long time ago if I knew about this. Okay? Christ is King, lady. God bless you. God bless you too, Phil. God bless you too. What else are we talking about? Clarissa says, because we are insecure of ourselves, but you are amazing. Work hard is the best way. Yeah, insecurity will kill you. Insecurity will kill you. It's terrible to be insecure. Get out of that. I was insecure for many, many years. All right? So let's talk about living paycheck to paycheck. That's a big topic. You literally are. You're living paycheck to paycheck when you have a job. The majority of us have lived paycheck to paycheck. You get a paycheck bi-weekly, weekly, how you work, however your job pays you, monthly sometimes. And by the time you get that, you got to pay all your bills, right? If you can even pay all of them. What comes first, rent or hopefully you can put food on the table or a utility bill. I've been there. I know how this goes. So by the time you get that paycheck on that lovely Friday, which you're so excited about, it's gone by the weekend. By Monday, you're starting back over, going to that job again to bust your tail to get a paycheck that barely makes ends meet. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I've lived it for years. I've lived it for years with my 3 kids growing up. And I have one teenager left at home, about to have another one come back home. He's in college, but he's coming back. So prove me wrong. I know what it's like. Okay? Okay, what else? If you're spending hours in a job because, okay, let's say that you work an hourly. I've worked salary and hourly. So if you work on a salary basis, you know you got to put more than your 8 hours in, but you're not getting paid for that. Yeah? Ahmed says, I agree, but the paycheck is good to no need to hustle. No, they're not. See, that's your mentality, Ahmed, because a paycheck's not going to get you wealthy. Do you want to work to the day you die? See, that's why your mentality is off. A paycheck gets you just enough to get by. But ultimately, it's not enough for you to become wealthy, to live large in your retirement years. We want to talk about retirement in the United States. We want to talk about retirement in the United States. You might not even have an SSI, Social Security income. That's what my age and my husband's age. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait till you're about 67 nowadays. I think they even increased it again to get an income that's not even enough to really let you live large. I want to live large. I don't want to live on a measly income from the government or the state. And I don't want to rely on a paycheck that's not going to get me anywhere. I'm not going to name names, but I do have a family member. She worked 20, 30 years in a job, got laid off because of her health problems, and she's living on a measly SSI. She can barely make the rent. So what are you talking about? A paycheck is good. You crazy? I don't agree with you, Ahmed, but everybody has their own opinions. Let's go. Good morning, Money GM. Let's go. Please, can you pray for me for healing inside? I will pray for you. I'll keep you in my prayers. Father God, put your healing hand on Christina. Amen, amen. The hustle, would you say? So, Clarice, so a lot of people have this misconception about the hustle game. When I joined this business I'm part of, this is why my lives take 2 hours, but it's okay. If I can teach 1 or 2 people, I'm okay with that. If we can have some good conversations, I love it. There's a difference between the hustle game and like working smarter, not harder game. I'm not talking about hustling out in these streets and doing this and like having to spend hours trying to sell something. That's not the hustle I'm about. I don't have patience for that. I'm a mom still. I got to take care of my teenager. I'm not about that game. I want to work smarter, not harder. What I'm part of, I only work 2 hours. I use social media and my cell phone. I create a predictable income. I know that if I work 2 hours a day, I get so many leads in my system, my automations are going to take over. And I'm going to get at least 1 sale today, because of what I learned in this program and what my business offers. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be out here hustling in the streets and begging and chasing people on TikTok shop, coming live multiple times. Like, if y'all like that, go ahead and do that. Whatever you do to get income in your pocket. But I don't have to do that with my business. And that's what I'm going to share with y'all today. If you give me some time, a little bit of patience and grace, we're going to get to it. I started my own business. 2016 was good. Sadly shut down. Yeah, because let me ask you, Ahmed, did you have a brick and mortar business or an online business? I really like to know. I'm curious. You know, the brick and mortar business are going out too. They're shutting down. My mall is a ghost town. That's why I'm saying what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is called the digital industry. That's proven It's going to skyrocket to $1 trillion in 2033. That's why I'm glad I got into this. I didn't know about it. Having an e-commerce store work for you 24/7 when you're sleeping, that's the way to go nowadays. But then we're going to teach you how to get people to come and talk to you to go ahead and buy from you. That's the difference. If you're online, if you're in business, you know you got to be selling something, right? But we teach you how to sell without picking up a phone and chasing people and begging people like on TikTok. Hey, look at this cute blanket. I love TikTok shop. Don't get me wrong. TikTok shop, TikTok shop. But that's not how I earn my income over here. I have a high ticket program. I got 5 digital programs that are high ticket. I'd rather make a $900 sale than a few $100. I'd rather make a $1,400 sale than $100. So that's what I'm talking about over here. Online, unfortunately, I was web hosting. This is a much better. That's the thing. What we have is pretty much done for you, Ahmed. So don't ever give up on yourself. Whatever you were doing, it wasn't your time. Doesn't mean you can't do it again. I have something for you to look at today if you want to. I'm not begging you. If you want to check out what it is, it comes with websites done for you. It comes with 5 programs, a product. You don't got to create it. I didn't know what I was doing when I first started this. I didn't have patience to think about, oh, what am I going to sell today? No, we sell 5 programs in the digital space. It's expected to be $1 trillion industry. We're in the right space at the right time. It's called e-learning. If you want people to learn from you with digital marketing skills, which is high in demand, that's why we get people buying from us. We got 57,000 people in our community. People are out here dropping their wallet to buy these programs. If you don't have an in-demand product, you're not going to get a customer. And we teach you how to get the customers too, without all this craziness, begging, chasing people, okay? For 1 second, let me do this, guys. I can't drop my website over here on TikTok. Guys, this document I'm sending you is just a free blueprint. Go take a look at it. It's going to highlight what I'm talking about today. If you guys on TikTok want to check it out, you go here to my name, Manuela Vincent. You're not going to be sold right away on anything. I'm going to tell you what, and if you buy something from me, what it is. I'm going to talk about that later. But initially, you're going to put your email in there so you can get a blueprint from me. It's a free blueprint that's going to talk about this done for you digital business. DFY, done for you, DB. That's what it is. It's a done for you digital business. So someone like Ahmed who had a struggle with his business online, we teach people like you, Ahmed. So let's say you came into this, Ahmed, and you want to do your own product. Maybe you don't want to sell or resell our 5 digital programs and get 100% profit. Maybe you have something in mind because clearly you had said you struggled before. Well, you can develop or come up with anything else you want to, and we teach you how to use our program to market it. That's what we do here. We have dentists who started this. We have real estate companies who've done this. They're not in it for the income piece. They're in it to get their business and profit. All right. So this is not one of them things, a course to sell a course. It's a lot more than that. Okay, it depends on what you want to take from it. If you want to come in and learn, come in and learn. If you don't want to make 100% profit, then stay clear of it. You don't got to resell the programs. We teach you how to do everything. How to start up a new TikTok channel, or account. How to start up a new YouTube channel. We teach you how to monetize on these platforms. We teach you everything. Let's go. Let's see. In New Jersey, how you doing? You're in New Jersey, stab worthy, and just greeting and not question. Nobody here in the NJ really cares about how. Well, that's really not nice. Why are you on my live then if nobody cares? Why are you on here talking to me if you don't care? That makes no sense. Always those children that are born rich have a money, so never need to work. But when the money is finished, they become broke because they have experience with business. My friend was rich but wasted. Yeah, because they don't have good work ethic. They don't know about stuff. You got to learn this stuff. You got to learn it. You know, everybody, you got to fail and fail and fail and fail again before you finally realize it. Sometimes you fail and you never realize it. But unfortunately, you have to keep failing to become successful. That's how it works, guys, okay? So let me keep going, guys. I don't want to be on here 3 hours today. I got to really get busy with some things. I'm gonna drink my tea real quick before it gets cold. Okay. So the living paycheck to paycheck is real. I've done it. Chances are, if you have a job, you've done it. You're living paycheck to paycheck. A job is just that. It's going to give you enough to take care of, if you're lucky, your bills. If you don't overspend, because usually when you make more money, you spend more. That's just the way, I know in America, that's how we do, right? So then you get into that trap of charging on credit cards. Now you're in credit card debt and all this other stuff. That's what makes life harder to live, okay? I'm not your mama. I don't need to really talk on all that stuff, but I really want to highlight the reason. I'm just talking about why a job shouldn't be your only answer, why you need to be thinking about building an online business with someone who knows what they're doing. We have the mentorship here, community. Hey, Ahmed, another question for you. Who helped you start your online business? Did you have a mentor? Did you have a community? Or did you just go at it by yourself? Ahmed, I'm not trying to call you out, but when I talk about this is why it's important to understand what you're getting. Because he might be an example of that situation. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to go and try to do it free. I'm going to go Google it. I'm going to go try to do this on my own. Well, you're going to fail when you do it on your own, because you need someone who's been there, who's done it, who's seeing the success so that they can guide you right. Okay? That's why people fail when they try to do stuff on their own all the time. Yeah, you know, like for me, for instance, when I got into this program, I knew I needed to learn the skills because I was in HR. This is new to me. I got to learn the skills. I got to unpack it. I got to go set up my website. I'm going to go in the back office. I'm going to set my website. I'm going to follow what the mentor's telling me. If she said, talk about this in my live today, I'm going to do that. If she said, go and create 3 short form videos, because that's what you guys will be doing in this business. I create 3 pieces of content a day. Short, very quick, easy. Boom, off with my day. I do a live for an hour or 2, and then I'm done. I can enjoy my life because I got something great in the background running called automation. So Ahmed says, I'm trying to build software as a service for AI, but it's taking a long time. Maybe I'm not patient. I mean, I'm not in the IT field. I don't know about that stuff, but that's I can imagine it's going to probably take you a long time. So I'm sure is that what you were trying to do before and it failed? I don't know. Failure is the best way to learn. Exactly. Okay, so when you work a job, and this is what I can attest to, the years that I was in a job, I missed out on family time. You know, there was those events, there was those events where my kid might have been playing violin at the school, or my kid was in chorus, and I couldn't make it. Nor could my husband, because these jobs require you to be there. I don't know if maybe you have a flexible employer, right? Maybe you have a flexible employer. But I know when I was to ask, because of the role I'm in, I couldn't leave. So there I am having to stay put to get my hours, because I can't lose pay, because God forbid I miss a couple hours of the day. I got to cut that from my paycheck. If you're like me, right, and I'm educated, I don't care how educated you are. I had 2 degrees, an MBA and a bachelor's, and I still didn't get to the income thresholds that I should have gotten into. Never could get there. So that's another thing, right? So I didn't never make enough to really account for me being able to take that kind of time off. So that's another problem. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You're missing time with your family. Chances are, if you got to have that good paycheck come in, you're going to work some overtime. Oh, yeah. You're going to work that overtime. And then what are you doing? You're burning out. You're burning out. You're killing yourself. Now, how are you going to help your kids? How are you going to be there for your kids if you're so dang gone tired by the time you get home from work? You can't even spend time with them, help them with the homework. Guys, I've been through it. I've been through it. I know what it feels like 3 times over. It's not fun. Because you want to be there for your kids. You want to have fun with your kids, but a job takes that away from you, okay? So again, keep all this in mind, that why you should be building an online business. Now, Ahmed, you're in something that's totally different out of what I'm talking about. That's why I love this, because it teaches you about digital marketing. I didn't have to worry about creating AI anything. I don't have to worry about creating, if I want to create an ebook, I can. I can charge what, $47, 97, depending what I'm going to teach people in the ebook. That's something. I can build a community. That's something you'll learn in this. I can have my own community where I have people come in and they can learn about this program. They can decide if they want to buy this program, or I'm going to give them resources and free resources in the community, right? So we learned that in this program. The goal with this is to get multiple streams of income, not one income from a day job. Okay? Now let's talk about something that I'm real familiar with. We're still on number 1, guys. If you're still with me, welcome to my live. We're just talking about the real cost of staying at a job, a 9 to 5. Okay? And why you should be looking into getting a business by year 2026. Like right now, we only got less than 60 days till the year ends. So let's go. Like, what are y'all waiting on? But I'm breaking it down. What is it costing you? It's going to cost you something when you work a job. So I'm talking about why your job is costing you more than you think. And we're breaking that down right now, right? So I'm on what's really big right now, and it's heavy on my heart because I went through it. A layoff. You constantly see in the news every single day, or unless you're living under a rock, I always like to say that, or I know you're not. If you look on your news feed, if you watch news, it's always somebody getting laid off from a big company, even small companies. You know how powerful my message is out to people? Can I just tell you this, guys, real quick? When I do my content, I do it with intention. I do it talking to someone who was just like me, laid off. I had a lady who got on my video yesterday because I asked people, if you want to learn about these skills that I'm getting ready to break down to you, if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, if you're worried your job is going to be gone, I'm talking to you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Whoever's watching me. I don't discriminate. I don't care if you're 19. You should be in this. You should be smart. Get started now. But if you're in those age ranges, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, like, I'm 52. So this lady came on my video and she commented, help me, because I just was working in a full-time job and they cut me to part-time now. So that lady lost her full-time hours, guys. This is no joke. This is reality. That's why I speak on this topic. This is happening a lot. If you think you're safe, you're not. I don't care how many degrees you have, how many certs you have. I don't care. This is something that's not going to be discriminated on, because companies just don't want to keep people. They want to cut costs. They want to cut the costs in the company. So they're going to cut you. It's just a matter of when your time is coming. Okay? Just like this government shutdown. It's happened more times than none. It's going to continue to happen. It's not the last time. Okay? So you got to get wise, and you got to have a backup plan. I didn't have a plan B when I got laid off, but I'm thankful to God that he pointed me in the direction of digital marketing so I can talk to you guys about it. Okay? That's why I love doing what I do now. All right? I don't feel like this is a job because I like talking about it. I'm passionate about it. And I want to help a person. My goal every month is at least show this to, oh my gosh, 1,000 people if I can, if that's possible. But 100 is fine, because I want you to learn and connect with me. I want you to get in and get started, and let's go and let's grow, okay? So pay cuts, you're at risk of getting a layoff, full-time to part-time hours. Like, I'm hearing it all. People are messaging me about this. Guys, by the way, if you want to direct message me, I don't really prefer that, but there is on the TikTok here, there's a little orange button, or you can go here, you can go and put your email in here to get some information. That's all it is. And then we can have a conversation via email, right? Don't be scared. If you don't like what you see, once you get there, you can opt out of the email, okay? It's not for everybody, and I understand that, okay? So what are we going to talk about next? And mind me, I have a little bit of a headache today. Not sure what's going on. Maybe the weather change. It's cold here in Virginia now. Okay, guys, listen. The next one, how parents, 9-to-5ers, anybody, don't care how old you are, how so many people in our community, plus myself, we're earning 100, and this is not a cap. I got proof in my community too. $100 to $1,400 from their phone. We're gonna break that down today. Okay. This is what I found last year. Struggling mama, no job, laid off, went online because I needed a distraction, was scrolling, found a post where a lady was saying how she was earning this using her cell phone 2 hours a day. If you want the blueprint, down in the comments, put the word blueprint. You best believe I asked her for the blueprint. That's what I directed you guys over here on YouTube today. I gave you my Freedom Formula blueprint. This is the blueprint that's allowed me to be able to make an income so I don't got to go back to a job. I don't want to ever go get a job. So this is why I do what I do, whether I'm live, 3 pieces of content a day, copy paste ads. This is why. Take it easy. Appreciate you, Ahmed. Got to clock out. Keep clocking out. I'm glad I'm not you, my friend. I don't want to clock out to anybody. I have freedom here. But God bless you. Good luck to you. So here we go. We're going to keep it rocking, okay? I want to reiterate again about digital marketing. So that's what I'm in. I'm a digital marketer. If you don't know what digital marketing is, it's anything and any time someone is promoting or selling a product online. Those are called digital channels. So if you go to Amazon, that's digital. You're going to the website for Amazon or Shein because you know you want to buy some clothing or you want to buy something. You know, I buy business stuff from TikTok or from Amazon usually. So I'm going to go on there. I'm going to buy what I want, put it in the cart, check out. That is a digital storefront. That's a digital storefront, okay? That's digital. Shein is the same way. Shein is the same way. Look, Clarice, I sent you to the blueprint yesterday. I don't know if you're just helping me with my engagement or not, but it's okay. So anybody want the blueprint, the free blueprint, you go and put your email into what I just dropped on the YouTube right there. You're going to put your best email in there, and then you're going to get an email. I think you told me you got it yesterday. Anybody on the TikTok over here, if you want to get my free blueprint so that you can learn about how to build an online business with 5 digital programs already done. You don't got to worry about what you got to sell. We're going to teach you to sell these programs without effort, like hard effort. You're not going to be doing what they do on the TikTok shop, going live all day long to sell a physical product. You don't got to do that with this because we teach you how to attract people to come to you. Okay? That's what you're going to learn over here. Hey, Chris Marie, how are you today? Is it Chris Marie? Yes, how are you today? So we're going to teach you the basics on this in this program. I've been doing this for 18 months. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? My best-selling program up until 3 weeks ago was $900 paydays. $900 program. Now we have a $1,400 program. Okay? It's huge. If you guys, I know I go all over the place. Just bear with me. I'm in menopause. I'm a little scatterbrained, but you gotta love me, okay? I'm gonna really break down some good stuff for you, okay? My mentor just shared, and I believe you can Google this too. On average, where do you get the blueprint? Right here. Chris Marie, if you just type this into your browser, you see this first thing I'm pointing to? You type it into your browser. It's my first and last name and then the rest.com. It'll take you to a page where you put your email in, and then you'll get my blueprint emailed to you right away. Check your spam folder, promotion folder. You're welcome. Or you can get it. It's up in my bio. It's not clickable though. You'd have to type it in still. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers over here. So I appreciate you being here today. All right. So wonderful. Let's keep going. So my mentor just shared with me in our community that on average, a family of four spends about 2,300 on Christmas. Guys, Christmas is right around the corner. I love Christmas, right? I love Christmas. Well, first I grew up broke. My mom and dad did the best they could. If I got one toy that I really wanted, that was just a blessing. I love them. They always made sure we had food on the table. Thank you, Lord. I never will ever not give it up to my parents. But I wanted better for my kids. And unfortunately, even with my jobs when I was working, I was struggling to get them things. And kids, when they're little, they remember that stuff. Now they're teenagers, not so much, but I still like to give them stuff. So when I got laid off last year, that was the one thing that was on my mind and weighing on my heart heavy. What am I going to do for the Christmas dinner this year? Am I going to have enough? Am I going to be able to get them a few things? Are any of you feeling that weight? It's always there. That's one thing my kids enjoy. I love it. They love my dinners. The dinners, the gifts. Maybe that's not important to you. Wherever you are in your path, I get you. Maybe you need to pay off some debt. That's what I've been doing when I get income from this business. I pay down my debt that I accumulated, okay? So that's crazy, the number she told me, though. So I'm going to be telling you guys and sharing with you guys my Christmas, and I'm not boasting or bragging. I don't do that. I'm just sharing what a blessing it was to find this in the nick of time last year. Those $900 paydays came in handy last year. We get 100% profit here, okay? And I'm going to talk to you how we're doing it. We're in the area where I can start to talk about that, okay? So I'm going to break down what we do to do that and how we accomplish getting those daily paying customers in. Chris Marie says, yes, I just got laid off after... Isn't it hard, Chris Marie? I'm telling you, it hurts me because I'm getting so many people like you, and I'm not trying to call you out. I want to inspire, and I want other people to see what you're saying. It's hard out here. But see, the problem is I don't need you to put your age, but I know for me and my age, it's going to be harder to find a job. So I got to find some other way to bring that income in. Yeah. And it's unfortunate, okay? So, fast forward, when I found this program, it has been life-changing. But I knew I needed to learn the skills, guys. So I always tell people that. They always say, well, even in some of my comments, I'm very transparent with you guys. I tell you a lot of stuff. People will say, well, is it free? I say, no, I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to cost you based on the program you buy, what you want to learn, because you're going to be learning digital skills, guys. You're going to be learning. I jotted this down because some people say, what are you learning? Well, you're learning how to create content easy, 3 pieces of content a day on social media. You could do it faceless if you're comfortable with not showing your face if you want to. There's so many ways to do it. You're going to basically learn how to do marketing. That's what we're doing, guys. That's the big thing right now. Marketing. Everything's marketing. But we're in the digital marketing space. This is so much easier than your traditional marketing. I don't have Tupperware. I'm not in the network marketing business. I'm not in affiliate marketing. I'm not recruiting. It's not MLM. There's no one above me or below me. I didn't want to be part of that. I just want you to show me what I got to do. Teach me some skills about digital marketing. I've learned so much over the last 18 months. How do I start impacting people's lives? How can I come on here and do a couple videos real quick, tell people about my story real quick, tell people where they can go get it if they want to, like Miss Chris Marie asked me for the blueprint. That's literally what my day consists of. I attract people to me. You see, this is what we teach you, how to do attraction marketing. So you don't got to sit there and keep wasting hours and time spamming people links and going in the DMs and saying, hey, I just got a program. Would you like to take a look at it? No, we don't got to do that over here. I found gold. I love it. I love what we learned here. Social media. If you want to learn TikTok shop training, we got that for you. We're going to teach you everything about the digital space, social media platforms. If you want to start on TikTok, you can have zero following, doesn't matter. We want you to start from zero. If you never done this at all, like me, that's the best way to start. That's where you're going to see your growth happen. We teach the inexperienced. We've got elderly people in this program. We're talking about old, right? Elderly that were Walmart greeters now doing this because they weren't making no money. It's cold sitting in the front, especially in the wintertime, wherever you're at. They don't want to stand on their feet all day. I'm 52 and I don't even want to stand that long. So we teach everybody. If you can come, I'm going to talk about the pillars. I just learned this today. I'm going to talk about the 4 pillars in a minute, but these are important. If you want to sell your own products, let's say that once you get going with our programs and you're reselling them and you're getting them $900 paydays, them $1,400 paydays, and you're really good. You're doing it. You're doing the thing. Let's say you want to create an ebook. Let's say Chris Marie says, man, I really have a passion for cooking. I really have a passion for yoga. I really have a passion for sewing. I mean, I'm just using whatever. You can create your own ebook in that because you love it and you enjoy it, and you can start selling that too. That's now another income stream for you. We teach you how to do that stuff in here, guys. We teach you everything. Community. We have the mentorship here. Community, 57,000 people in our community. I love talking about this business. I've never seen nothing else like it. The amount of hand holding in this community is crazy. I needed it coming from corporate. That's why I share it. I know there's a lot of other people that struggle with that. I've gotten people coming email saying, well, is there a lot of tech involved? Well, the only tech that you have is just to click a couple buttons to import a funnel. If you can click a little button. And also there are modules. It's little tutorials that you can pause to connect it real quick. Overall, the system's set up for you already. It just requires you to do a little bit of work. Like you're going to get 30 emails built in. That's called automation. So when Miss Perez comes to my website, she puts her email address in. She's going to get my blueprint. I wasn't even at my desk typing to her. It's called automation. It literally goes out to her automatically. That's what you're going to be getting access to. Automation, the blueprints, everything's in here that you need. Okay. It just requires you 2 hours a day, cell phone, Wi-Fi to be coachable. Definitely. Okay. So, I just want to kind of drive home what you're getting. Okay. So, in order to be able to make the $100, the $300, the $600, the $900, and the $1,400, you have to buy one of the programs. You have to buy one of the programs. Depending on which one you buy, that's going to give you a level of learning on all the things I just talked to you about. You're getting access to a $12 million mentor who literally comes on lives with us, teaching us something, educating us, letting us ask her questions. You get 3 live webinars, videos, Zooms a week. Not even that. Every day you wake up, you're going to go in here and you're going to have a daily video. Our mentor drops a new daily video fresh every day for something for us to implement into our training. Okay. I told you hand holding is here to an extent. Now, I'm not going to do the work for you. When I say hand holding, meaning I'm not going to do the work for you. If you need to hop on a Zoom once you get started and because you're just not getting it, it's not clicking, I'll help you. But I'm going to still guide you back to the training. And I'm going to say, go here, watch day 1 for her training on that. I'm going to guide you back. Set up your website. That's the number one thing you got to do here. You got to get your website started. Twan, how much the startup costs? Twan, I'm going to get ready to go over that. But in the meantime, if you want to sneak a peek ahead, go here. Because you got to go there anyways. If you want to buy one of my programs, you got to go here. There's 5 options from you to choose from. Again, Twan, were you on my live before? There's 5 options for you because why? Our mentor knew that everything is not for every budget. Maybe you don't want to learn maybe you don't want to earn a certain amount. So we have 5 programs that you got to choose from. I'm getting ready to go over them, but if you want to go ahead, you can go to the website. You got to go there anyway to buy it if you want to do that. Okay. So let me go through this, guys. I know I get amped up. I'm just super excited about this. Okay. So how we earn 100% profit is when you buy one of the programs, I don't know which one you're going to buy. If you buy, it's up to you. At the time, we only had the highest program we had, the highest was 900. The lowest we have is $100. But I'm going to tell you honestly, I wouldn't waste my time with the $100 one. 100 to me is chump change. You're not going to get a lot of value in that one, and you're only going to earn up to $100 per day with that. If that is your income goal, go ahead. But you don't want to stay there. Stop being so cheap with your money, guys. When I say that, I mean, don't you want to buy something that's going to give you the most value for your money? When I look at my cell phone, I'm not going to get a rinky-dink cheap flip phone. I love iPhones, so I'm spending bands on my iPhones because I love it, because I get the most value from my iPhone. I can use this as a write-off. I just got an MacBook Air, not to brag, I just got a new MacBook, and that's a tax write-off for me. I spent some money on that. When I buy things, I look at what I'm getting, what the value of it is. Stop being so cheap. I'm being honest with you. The $100 program, I've only had one person buy from me. Someone on here yesterday said, I might buy the $100. Why just the 100? Why? Is that the value of what you think it's worth? I mean, it really is not a lot in that program. You're still going to get access to the community and the mentorship, but you're getting a very the value is just not there in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to still break them down. We're going to start from the top to the bottom. Tom Headstrom said, please tell me that you hate. I'm not saying that, and I hate that. That word, that number bugs me. Oh, you're asking me if I get tired of it? Yes, I do. I hate that. I don't like 6'7", 6'7". I hate it. It just bugs me. Anybody else agree with me? I'm tired of that. Every time I see it, I just scroll by that stupid stuff. It just bugs me, okay? Yeah, it does. It's annoying. So anyway, guys, at the time, our top program was 900, but I'm going to start with the top one now. We just launched it 3 weeks ago. It's going to allow you, matter of fact, I like to write on my board because you guys, I like to share stuff. I've already talked about all of this stuff, guys. If you guys need access to go get the blueprint where it highlights everything I'm talking about today, just go here. Up at the top, ManuelaVincent.com. I already dropped it in chat over here several times. Okay, we're just talking about, now we're on how we're getting daily pay here. 100% profit. Yes, with this business that I'm in, you can make anywhere from 100, the lowest, up to $400, the highest. Okay, I'm going to explain to you why that is. Okay, but let me erase this because I want to break down these programs for you. All right. We have a program called the Legacy Bundle Pack. It's now going to give you 10 income streams. What does that look like? What does that look like? Right? I'm going to write it down for you guys. I want you to get smart. I want you to understand and get educated with this today. My dad is 76 and so has a job. He's so lucky. He works at the tech company. Yeah, but even with tech, even though that is a stable industry, right? You still got to be careful. I know people that are getting laid off in the tech industry, but if he's doing great, good. I'm telling you guys, you need to have a backup plan, okay? So look, our top program is $1,400. I'm writing it on the board. And this top program is going to give you 10 income streams. Why? Because you get 5 programs in English, and then you get the other 5 in Spanish. Anybody speak Spanish on here? It doesn't matter if you do or not. I just wanted to know. I just want to know. If you don't, it doesn't matter because when I don't speak Spanish. But can you agree we have a high Spanish community? Spanish is a big language. It's the most popular language, right? So we had people coming to us saying, why don't you offer these programs in Spanish? We want to learn these skills too. We can't discriminate. We're going to grow in more languages later, but right now we have programs in English and Spanish. This top program gives you that. So you can't be that kind of business owner. You got to understand, when people come into your business, they want options. When I go get a cell phone, I want options. I want to be able to choose different things. So that's what this is about. Hey, King, can you stop spamming 67? Stop spamming 67. I'm blocking you. I blocked King. I don't want that in my chat. Let's get educated, people. Let's talk business right now. I'm a business owner. I am a CEO of my own business, thanks to this business that taught me how to do this. I don't play with people. I don't play with people's money or time. Those are the things you don't mess with. People's time and money. Can we agree with that? Put it down in chat if you agree. Put a number 2. Put it down in chat if you agree. Time and money, don't play with them. I'm not here to waste your time or my time, okay? So, in the English side, you're going to get a program that so if someone comes into Chris Marie and they say, hey, I want to buy your $1,400 program, she gets 100% of that $1,400. That's all hers. It goes to her Stripe account or her PayPal account. So what else do we have there? In the English side, you're going to get access to a $900 program. That's the one I started with, guys. I started with a $900 Legacy Builder program, and it's paid me out consistently. That's a beautiful. When you get them $900 paydays, it's beautiful. I remember when I got my first payment of that in 1 week of doing this business. I pushed this business hard because I knew there was no going back to anything else. So you got English 900, 600, 300. I'm just going to write them all down, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. I want you guys to see what you're getting. I like to write stuff. I need to get a board. I'm going to start getting one of those boards that I can stand up and point on, guys. I'm going to start doing that. So you get 5 programs to promote to your perfect daily paying customer in English when they come into the $1,400 program, because that's what I got. I'm upgraded. When you guys go to my website, you're going to see the 10 programs there because I'm a go-getter. I have this available for my people. And the same would be on the Spanish side. They're going to have access to get the $1,400 program in Spanish, $900 in Spanish if they want to, for our Spanish-speaking people. Because maybe the Spanish people, they speak English too, but they got people in Spanish that want to see the Spanish pages, right? 300 and the 100, okay? That's what this bundle pack. This $1,400 bundle pack includes 10 income streams. So if someone comes into my funnel today, they go to get my blueprint. That's where you go get the blueprint, ManuelaVincent.com, guys, for those coming in late. If you say, hey, I'm going to go into her funnel and I like what I see in the 14, you're going to buy that one. Now you unlock the same thing. Now, when your customers come through, your potential customers, they're going to see the 2 options, Spanish and English. They're going to go with the English or the Spanish, whatever they want, right? If they say, yo, I don't want the 1,400, I want to go for the $900 program. Okay, let's go. They got that option there. They can come and buy the 600 if they want. And I'm going to break these down a little more as far as what they give you. I usually don't highlight all of that at once because you guys can go to the blueprint and see all that. But I want you to understand how it works is what I'm really getting at right now, okay? You're not good in English. Clarissa, where are you from? I forgot what you told me. So let's say you're somebody who wants to be able to have the potential, because I got to watch my words, the potential to make $511K a year. Why wouldn't you want to go for the $1,400 program? Because that's what that one is. The $1,400 program is going to give you an earning potential of $511K a year, which is also $47K a month. Do you want that? That's what you get with this bundle pack. You're unlocking 10 income streams. That's a lot of good income. I'm sure that's more than any of you on my lives are making. Don't play me. You're from France? I know for a fact. This is more than a doctor, I think, and even a lawyer make, depending. I guess they got insurance and all this other stuff they got to pay for. I don't know. I don't really care what they are doing. I care about what I'm trying to leave for my family. And that is called a legacy. Whether you come in at the $1,400 or the $900 program, you're trying to leave a legacy for your family. You're a go-getter. You're someone who wants to leave something behind for your kids that's not debt. You don't want to leave debt, do we? I don't know about you, but that's what I was left with. I don't want to leave debt for my family. I want to pay off debt. I want to leave a legacy for my family. And I knew going to a job wasn't going to do that. Continuing to go to another job wasn't going to leave me, nor was it going to allow me to make this kind of income. So I don't know your income goals on here. I always tell you guys that. I don't know what your goals and dreams and aspirations are, but I knew that I want to go for the biggest amount of income I can make online using my cell phone, working 2 hours a day. And that's how we teach you to market this without selling to people. That's what you're going to learn in this. These programs unlock that bit of training for you, okay? Obviously, in each of these programs, there's more training. For instance, in this 1,400, you guys can, I'm going to let you screenshot that if you want to. Take it home. Take it back home. Sit on it. Sleep on it. You know, think about it. Whatever it takes for you to make a decision, okay? That's all I need you to do is make a decision today. Stop waiting. We only got less than 60 days left, okay? So this $1,400 bundle pack, it comes with a lot of training. I went over this yesterday. I know Clarissa heard me yesterday. You're from France? France in the house. France in the house. Okay. You're going to learn how to get brand deals. I'm going to write this down real fast, and then I'm going to erase this part. Brand deals. I'm going to write them all down first. Brand deals, TikTok shop training. You're getting an exclusive training. We're going to be my mentor is going to be hiring people from TikTok that are like really good and brilliant with TikTok shop, e-commerce, going to train us on that stuff. TikTok shop, affiliate marketing. What else? I went over it yesterday. Brand deals, TikTok shop training, affiliate marketing, and advanced AI training. So if any of that's just a piece of the puzzle, guys. That's not the whole thing. That's not the whole thing. That's not the whole thing. I can only talk so much. I'm already over an hour, but I'll go 2 if it takes me that long. But I just want you to know what kind of stuff you're getting in this. You're getting access to 10 income streams you can make over and over and over again for eternity, as long as you're alive on this earth. This is not going anywhere. These programs may be updated, but they're never going anywhere. Because, you know, social media does change. But that's the brilliant thing about this versus a course. When something changes, she's going to give us the training on it. She's going to update the training on it if it changes. That's what's brilliant about this. It's evergreen, okay? So you're getting access to all this kind of training right here, and you're getting 10 income streams, okay? Take a screenshot, guys, because I gotta put it back down in a minute. If you got this, let me know. 1 or 2 in the chat. I know you guys can't screenshot it because it's backwards to you. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna erase this, and then I'm gonna talk about the next couple programs. I don't really need to talk about those two. I can talk about them and just explain it to you guys because I like to use my hands when I talk about these programs, okay? But let's just talk about them. So if you're someone, again, who wants to be able to make $1,400 per day, $900 per day, 6, 3, 1, 5 incomes or 10 income streams, right? Because they can come in to your funnel at any time and say, I want to buy on the Spanish side. Okay, boom. You still got that income coming in, right? Maybe one of your Spanish speaking people will come to your page and they like the Spanish version of whatever. They're going to come and buy from you. You might have one Spanish speaking customer today buy on your $900 program. And then one Spanish person might come and buy from your 900 English, or I'm sorry, one English speaking person come to your $900 program. So now you just made an $1,800 payday. Okay. I don't know what your income goals and dreams are, guys, but me and my friend Clarissa was over here talking yesterday that her goal was about 4,000 to 5,000. That would like really replace her job. How many of you could use that to replace your job? I've been able to replace my income from my last job I had with this business, selling the $900 program over and over and over. That was even before this one came into play. So if you came to me and said, Manuela, I would like to make 5K a month from home without a job. Well, we got to work on a plan first. You can't just come in here and say, oh, I'm going to quit today. No, we don't do that. We walk you through learning the skills first, but I can give you an idea which program you should come into. How fast do you want to do that? How slow do you want to do that? It's a process. Right? Again, there's no guarantee. I made my first $900 sale with this business in my first 7 days because I connected my website in day one. I got to pushing this thing out. I went on social media, started doing what my mentor said to do. And that's when I was able to get that. If I can do it, you can do it. It's not any different. It's just how slow, how serious. Let's talk about the pillars real quick. I'm actually all over the place. We'll come back to the pillars. Let's keep going with this. So if you're somebody who wants to make the high income here, that potential of $511K a year, go with the $1,400 program, okay? That's going to give you the most bang for your buck, okay? If you're somebody that wants to make up to $328K a year, potentially, then you're going to go for the $900 program. Did you know you can have a 10K month selling 12 of these $900 programs? That'll give you 10K this month, next month. All you need is 12 customers, and we teach you how to do it really easily. I've been doing that. We teach you how to do that, guys. It's step by step by step, okay? Then you got the $600 program. This right here is the Legacy Builder, $900. The top one is the Legacy Builder Bundle Pack. Then we got the $600 programs called the Digital Mastery Program. That's going to teach you how to make 6 figures in 6 months. That's a $200K income potential for you there. This $300 program is called the Passive Daily Blueprint. That's $100K. Maybe that will help you replace your day job. The $100 program is about 37,000 a year if you take 100 times 365. So again, guys, what I'm going to tell you today is you come in where you can afford, B, what are your income goals? You got to take each of these numbers and go big or go home. Times it by 365. That's going to give you your income potential for each of these. We have people doing those numbers. We have people that started at the $300 program. He made his first 6 figures in 12 months. We have people that are now $500K a year. We have people that are $700K a year. We have millionaires in this. We have self-made millionaires. Let's talk about that real quick. We've already created in South Africa, because for some reason South Africa is like really loving these digital programs. We've created 25, I think it's 26 now, self-made millionaires in South Africa. We've already created 125 6- and 7-figure earners with this program, with this digital business, reselling these over and over and over and over and over and over again with 100% profit in your pocket. One thing I want to say on that, too, whatever program you come in, let's say you decide you want the $1,400, the big dog. You pay one time for any of these. You pay a one-time fee that gets you your program. You're also going to pay for the top program. You pay $69. That's going to take care of your 2 websites. You got a Spanish and English, like I told you, right? If you come in at the $900 program or the 6 or the 3 or the 1, you pay your one-time program plus $39 because those are only one link you have. I do want to tell you that. If you're someone who needs help paying for these guys, I have P plans, PAY plans. That's how I got started. That's how I started this $900 program 18 months ago. I knew I needed this because no job was coming to save me. Nobody's coming to save me. I needed to get into profit mode. I needed to find a way to replace my income. And I knew that I had to do something. So I didn't have it on a credit card, didn't have a severance, didn't have any of that. I did it on a payment plan. I made my investment back in a week. I just told you that. 7 days. That's on average. People that take this seriously plug into the training, which I'm going to break down for you in a minute, what you're going to do every day. I just wanted to go over these programs real quick. When you plug in, that's what happens. I'm nobody special. I just had a desire to do this and a passion for it. That's what made me different. I'm not a complainer or a whiner. When I bought the program, I didn't say it better work for me. I'm guaranteed this. No, that's not what your mindset needs to be. When you go to the gym, I use this analogy because it's been used on me. If you go to the gym and you say, hey, I'm going to put myself down, this membership today, so I better get abs in 2 weeks. Are you guys kidding me? Why would you think that that's the same with a digital program when you're learning a skill? I had to unpack these skills first. I had to get in here, learn what I'm going to say to people in my 3 videos a day, get that down, master it, do the copy paste ads, which I'm going to tell you in a minute, and then send people to my blueprint for them to take a look at it. And then they're in my system. And now I'm letting that speak for me over and over and over again every single day. And I didn't give up. I'm still in this 18 months later. Some people I see quitting. They always go to the next shiny object out there. Because why? They didn't take the time, at least 90 days, to get comfortable, learn a skill, implement it, master it. Stop quitting on yourself. All that does is hold you back. I can't tell you how many people I see that will come back. They'll buy the program. They'll quit on it. And then they'll come back and say, man, I just needed a break. Now I'm back. I'm ready to roll with this. I know it can work. It's already worked. I made one sale before. I can do it again. What are y'all doing? You're playing games too much out here. You're playing games. I don't play games with my money or my time like I just told you. If I found something that works, put 900 in my pocket the first week, you think I'm going to stop? Are y'all nuts? That's more than I made in an 8-hour day in my job, guys. Are you kidding me? Even 6 would have done that. Even 3 was more than I made in an 8-hour day. And I only work 2 hours a day with my phone to accomplish this. Okay? So I'm going to talk about what you're going to do every day. Are you guys still with me? Anybody on TikTok world, YouTube world, put a number 2 if you're with me. Yes? All right, so I'm going to keep going. Every day in this business and what you're going to learn in this program, we all got the same King Chase. No. Every day, and that's a scammer, by the way. The SCAM, that's how you know. They try to come on your lives. No, you're not getting me today. No. So the 2-hour workflow. King Chase, off my live. Off my life. You're not coming in. You're not going to. I'm on here talking about my program. You have nothing to say to me. Stop trying to be spammy and scammy. No, go away. It's called the 2-hour workday blueprint for a reason. I could talk for 2 hours. I mean, I'm getting tired. But guys, if you're with me, tell me you're with me. Can somebody put a number 2 if you're still with me? Because I don't want to waste your time or mine like what I miss. Oh, you're back now? I'm getting ready to talk about the 2-hour blueprint, 2-hour workday blueprint. That's this, guys. If you want to go check out what I do 2 hours a day, just go here. I already broke down the programs, what you're going to get access to, how we make 100% profit through these programs. And now I'm going to talk about my 2-hour workflow day, what I do every day. As a matter of fact, when I'm done with this live, I go back and edit my YouTube and then I'm done. I'm going to go have me some lunch and I'm done. because I know this is how what we teach you in here. We master a 2-hour workday. We get our income producing activities done in 2 hours, okay? So the first hour, 1 hour a day, you're going to create 3 pieces of content. Guys, you're already on social media anyways. If you can go on and you can put up a picture of yourself drinking your favorite drink or your coffee in your hand, like I do every day. I have a coffee. Hi, I'm not sure what your screen name is. Hello, how are you? Happy Winning Wednesday. If you can have on your social media even a quick 7-second video, because that's what we're going to teach you how to do. We're going to teach you how to create short form videos, 7 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. If you can have a cup of coffee in your hand, even if you have a Starbucks, you're not promoting Starbucks, but let's just say I do this all the time. Usually I'll have my coffee cup in my hand, whatever I'm doing in my kitchen, and I'll record myself drinking my little sip of my tea or coffee. And I have text on the screen. If you can do that before you even join this, you already got it in the bag. All it takes is just to record a 7-second video talking about why you found this business. Why did you need this? Did you need it because you needed an extra income because you work a job? Did you need to replace your job because you were scared layoffs were coming? Did you need this because you need to pay some child support? I can go on and on because I know so many people going through that right now. Nope, not today. Block. Got to get rid of the people on my live. Stop going on my live and trying to promote nonsense. That's what I call a SCAM, okay? You're going to learn to create 3 pieces of content, guys. And it's easy. I'm telling you what they are right now. 3 pieces of content. Let me write the rest down too while I'm here. 30. I'm going to get it all written down so I don't got to keep writing. And then 30 minutes. This is such an easy. I love our 2-hour workday. Comments plus emails. Okay. All right, guys. So let's keep going. We're going to plug away. So again, the 2-hour workflow, this is how we're able to accomplish to make daily pay of anywhere from 100 up to 1,400 a day, following this 2-hour blueprint. You think I'm lying? Go check it out. Go to this website right here. Go put your email address and you can check it out. Testimonials out the wazoo. I'm going to even show you a few testimonials in my community, okay? But this is how we're accomplishing that. Remember how I told you that if you have a product or services in high demand, you shouldn't have to be online spending hours like on TikTok Shop showing a product all day long just to make a few pennies, a percentage. We get 100% profit from our programs. And how we accomplish that is through attraction marketing. We attract people to come and take a look at it. So for instance, people on my live were asking me for the blueprint today. People on my 3 videos that I do every single day are asking me for my blueprint, or they're ready to learn. So that's part of the 3 pieces of content part. I spend 30 minutes to create the content. I'll do a short form video with me with a cup in my hand, me walking to my living room, me walking outside when it's not so cold outside. And I'll record myself for 7 seconds or 30 seconds doing some cooking or doing what I normally do, right? What I normally do, which is casual for me, is what I'm going to record. I'm not doing any videos where I am dancing, being silly, because that's not Manuela's personality. It's not me going out doing something that's not authentic. That's what I want to drive home to you. You're going to learn what your authenticity is. You be you on camera. You do a 7-second video. If that's you being with your kids, you now are able to be home with your kids all day, and you always wanted that. Thanks to this daily paying business, you can be a stay-at-home mom. If that's you, then you're going to talk about that in your video. On the 7-second videos, you can't talk. That's too quick. You could just do what you do with your kids. I'm giving you an example here, guys. I don't have little children. I have a teenager, okay? I have 2 teenagers. But if I was the stay-at-home mom or the mom with the little kids, I would literally get on here and I would have my kids, I'd be setting my camera up over there and I would be running with my kids and outside. I would do something like that. Make it a B-roll situation. And then you have text on the screen, okay? That's one example. Again, the 30-second ones, I usually are them doing cooking, or I will making a whole pot of coffee, and then I'm making my coffee with my creamer, and then I'm showcasing that as the text is on my screen. Or I'm at my laptop and I'm working on a piece of business, something that I'm doing with my newsletters, and I'm showing my lifestyle. I'm working on business right now because I send out newsletters, right, for my business. Okay, I'm telling you, these are things that I do on a daily basis. Clarissa, you're a single mom? Yeah. So this is like perfect for anybody who needs the extra income. They don't want to work a crazy side hustle, busting their butt after a day job. Who wants to do that? Why go get another job when you can learn these skills? These are the easiest skills you're ever going to learn in my life. I went to college, guys. Let me just break this down for you. I went to college. I got an MBA and a bachelor's, guys. That was much harder than this. Okay? It's so funny to me how people will spend so much time in a college, getting in all that debt with a guarantee of not getting a job either. Sure, there's no guarantee. I guarantee if you plug into this, you're going to have a good outcome. I can't guarantee how much you're going to make. I can't guarantee if you'll make it today or tomorrow, but I will guarantee when you plug into this training, you're going to have a positive outcome. I can guarantee that. I feel very confident in that because it's happened to me. But there's no guarantee you're going to get a job right out of college. But you're willing to put $30K or more into a college degree? I did that, and I have over $100K in debt from that. And look, at the end of the day, I'm out of a job now. So that doesn't matter. I'm just trying to drive home how people don't put the monetary thing in perspective. I'd rather learn some skills like this that don't take you forever to learn, because you know why? In this business, she talks about how you're going to be learning and then earning at the same time. It didn't take me to go in the back office here, watch a whole hour video in the same day I set my website up to start making money, making income here. It didn't require that. When you're in college, you can't even get the hands-on training yet. With this, she teaches you every day what to come on and talk about so you can implement that, so you can start to get the real results. Are you guys understanding me? Put a number 2 in chat if you understand what I'm saying. Sorry to hear that, Clarissa. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? I just want to make it clear to you. It just cracks me up how people will put so much time and effort and money. And I'm one of them. I was stupid. All those years in college to come out with nothing to show for. I was still broke at the end of the day. But now I came upon a program that only requires me to work 2 hours a day following her education, doing 2-3 short form videos every single day, okay? To get people asking me for details. How hard? That's not even hard. And I don't have a textbook, and it's fun. Next, you're going to do 30 minutes of copy-paste free ads for 30 minutes. That's part of the strategy here for the 2-hour workday. I don't do copy-paste ads anymore. I replaced it with my lives because I like to talk to people on my lives. I like to engage with people like Clarissa, and I like to get people to ask me questions and engage with me and know that I'm a real person. Yesterday, someone said that they watched me. Clarissa says she's watched me for a year. Another lady said, thank you for the 2. I appreciate you. Somebody else said they saw me for 5 months. Guys, that's when you know you're doing something right. You're educating people, right? 30 minutes of copy-paste ads. If you can do that, put yes in the comments. That's so simple. We're going to give you the ads, and then we're going to give you the websites, and they're easy. If you don't want to do that, then go live. It took me 9 months before I went live because I was scared. But then I knew the power was in these. I remember when I got my first sale from going live. my first sale, I was so excited. One of my sales I got going live. I think I talked about it yesterday. Yeah. When I got off my live, I went to the freaking pool and I got a $900 sale right on my Stripe account. Just going live that day. And I wasn't even going to go live. Do you see? Some people go live 3 times a week here in this community. Some might go live once a week. I go live every day because I have a good topic and I like to talk to people on here. And I know there's somebody watching me. There's going to be somebody watching me. It's inevitable. And these stay on my channel and they boost my views up. Do you have a time that you like that thought that you'd fail before the business started? No. I knew it was going to work because I had no options. I had no fallback plan, Clarice. That's the problem. Can I tell you guys something? And then I'm gonna talk about the next part, and then I'm gonna show you guys some community proof. That's a good question. Clarice, if you're watching, anybody on TikTok, if you're watching, I'm talking to Clarice over here on YouTube, and she's saying, do you have a time that you thought that you are a failure before the business started? My answer to that is no, not with this. Not with this. Do you know why? Because I knew I had no fallback plan. I knew in my mind, I kept saying it's going to work. It's going to work. I kept writing down in my notebook. I have a journal and I wrote down every day, I'm going to make 1,800 this week. The first week I made 900 because I wrote it down. I said the next week I'm going to make 1,800. The next week I'm going to make, and I keep that. And that's what I kept falling back on. It was never a time where I said it's not going to work because I saw the proof that it's working. We're talking about old people, older than me, average people. No skills in this, 0 followers that were doing it. Do you see? But some people have the skepticism. That's all they live by is skepticism all the time. I'm a risk taker by nature. I take good risk, right? So with this, I knew I just dropped $900. So I knew I had to go for it. I had to pay back that paid payment plan. I knew I didn't have a job. Some of you have jobs. So you're going to be like, okay, I just bought a program and I'm just going to do it when I want to because I got a job still. That's your failure right there. That's your failure, Clarice. That's your failure, anybody watching, because you're too comfortable. That was me, 20 years in a job. That was my failure. Failure of being in a job 20 years. Not realizing I should have had a plan B. I should have been building a side hustle. When the business was booming, how did you feel? For me, it wasn't even that it was booming. It was the fact when I made my first sale, Clarice, that's when I was excited. I jumped out of the bed because guess what? You know, this is what I got to say. My husband didn't believe in this because he knows about there's all these things out here. A lot of you like that word SCAM. Do you know what I feel is an SCAM? Because I can't say that over here. It's when you give your money to somebody and they don't give you anything in return. That is what a SCAM is. It's not a business that you bought into. It's what am I getting in return? Like, let's say that I bought this and I didn't get a digital program. Then that would be a SCAM. Clearly, I've got the program. I've got everything I need here. I'm on lives with my mentor. I've got access to a $12 million mentor. That's not a SCAM. I've got digital programs that I show you guys every day. I got access to the back office. You guys are going through a blueprint process. That's part of the program. So that's not an SCAM. You guys got to get your minds right. You guys got to get your minds focused. Like I said, the biggest scam is the job. And in my opinion, if you don't go to college for the right thing, that's a scam. You want to hate me now? You want to come at me? I love it. Still, come at me. Anybody want to prove me wrong on that? I'm going to repeat that again for the people in the back because somebody liked that I was yelling yesterday. I can't yell too much today because for some reason I think that affected me yesterday. My stomach hurts today. Not sure what's going on. So let me say it again. For the people in the back, whether you love me or hate me, I don't care about that anymore. Obviously, if I cared, I wouldn't go live. If I cared about what your opinion of me was, I really wouldn't go live, right? So, the biggest two scams around right now are your job and a college education if you're not going for the right thing. And you saw how I said that. If you're going for something that's going to be in demand forever and ever, you can even chat GPT this because somebody actually did that. One of my friends did that. He said, with everything going on right now, chat GPT, people getting laid off of these jobs, what are the best kind of industries to get into? He did that. You guys can do it too and see what it brings you back. Well, cybersecurity is hot. I think anything pretty much in IT is a good career move. It was Randy. You remembered his name. I'm not good with remembering names. So cybersecurity is hot. Labor jobs are hot. We're talking about like blue collar workers. My husband is a blue collar worker. I can't remember ever when he was laid off. Never. Because they need people like that to take care of the grounds. He works for the facilities in the school system here. He's been doing it for years. So his job ain't going nowhere unless he's underperforming, which he never does. He outperforms the young people and he's 60. I love my husband because he has a good work ethic, which is why I want to retire him from his part-time job soon. So I'm telling you this thing, guys, get smart. If you're in HVAC, if you're in working on people's cars, come on, let's think. Those are the things that are never going to be without a job. So if you're going to school for the right things, in demand careers, then you're never going to be without a job in your life. Then that's what you should be doing. Chat GPT it if you want to. My daughter, who's a senior in high school right now, she wants to go to college to become not a psychiatrist, but a psychologist. Do you understand what that is? That's going to be good for her. Why? Do you see what's going on in the world? They're always going to need her. They always need psychiatrists too, but she wants to be a psychologist, behavioral. Because people are going through it, guys, in the world today. Can we agree on that? Chris Marie's back. What's up, Chris? Can we agree on that? People are always going through something. They need somebody to talk to, my friends. Mental health is a problem right now. I was in a mental health situation. I've never taken medication for that at all, though. I don't know, maybe because it's not on that degree. I get depressed just like anybody else, but I'm going to tell you, I pray to God, even in the worst days of my life and the good days of my life. I believe God is my therapist, but that's just me. You do what you got to do. I don't believe in medications, okay? I'm not about that. There's severities and then there's severities, right? So what I say to that is there's always going to be somebody who needs a psychiatrist or a psychologist. My daughter's going to go in the right field. That's why I'm telling you this. Don't waste your time on degrees that aren't going to help you. So that to me is a big scam. Education. Even the grade school education is a joke. What they're teaching our kids. That's a whole nother topic. You see how, guys, I get on a rant? That's why my lives are going over so much lately, because we get so caught up in these things, but it's important, okay? So what do you hate the most about the generation? I don't hate any. I don't know. I don't think I hate. I don't like to say I hate the generation, Clarissa, because they always said when we were growing up, our children are our future generation. I think that I've raised some very good kids. That's from me personally talking. But I do feel like the younger generation always feel like something's owed to them. Very disrespectful to parents. I can see that all the time. When you have a kid beating on their parent and the parent is afraid, there's something wrong with that picture. I grew up in a time where I got the wooden spoon. My mother was Italian. We don't play that over here. My kids knew the look. All I really had to do was give them the look, and they knew not to mess with me. But you got a lot of parents, and I'm not going to be racial in this part because it can be on any race, but there are specific races that let their kids walk all over them. I'm Black and Italian. You're not playing with me. Let's just keep it there. All right. So let's get back to this. We got off topic a little bit. But yes, when you got kids talking smack to their parents, no, I just think that's ugly. When you got, what's that word? When you have kids unaliving their parents, there's problems there. Somebody's done something wrong. They didn't raise their kids right. I'm proud of my kids. I raised them very well. That's because my mother raised me right. And it helps to have two parents in the household. I agree with that. But at the same time, like, I'm the one who's the stronger. If you were to say me and my husband together, as far as parenting skills, my kids listen to me because I believe in a spanking, but not belt. I never belted my kids. They didn't need the belt. I use my hand for everything. But I don't believe a man's hand is stronger. So my husband knew not to whoop on our kids. That's my belief in that, though. Right? But when you take that stuff out of the kids' hands, or out of the parents' hand, you take control. And I'm not talking about abuse, guys. Let's not get it twisted. Don't go try to report me. I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about, there's been times, my kids weren't even the worst kids. There's been times they need a little spanky spank. Yeah, I did that. Right? But when we were growing up, it was more than that. Right? But sometimes talking is not enough. Let's just leave it there. We're on a different topic now. Good Lord. Where do we go in this conversation? Last part of my 2-hour workday is the 30-minute comments and emails. Guys, are you with me? I don't know who's on TikTok still. If you're back, if you're watching me, it's okay. We're all good. My 2-hour workflow is 1 hour. You're going to create 3 pieces of content. Let it flow. 30 minutes of copy paste ads or go live. 30 minutes of comments and emails. That's what I do. Because people will come back and ask me for details about my blueprint. And I'm going to take them right to my blueprint. If you're watching still on TikTok, that's where you go to get the blueprint. ManuelaVincent.com. I put it in chat several times over here on YouTube. And so that's where you go. If you want to get the blueprint, go there. If not, it's okay. What's people saying over here? Not only that, you told them that they could go back in and look up your mentor and do their due diligence about. Yeah, you can always go back and take a look. You can go Google Michelle O'Neill. You can go, guys, if I don't look very well today, I'm feeling a little weird today. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the weather change out here. I'm trying to stick with it. I can't miss lives for you guys. I love talking to you guys. I got to show up for people. Like, if I'm in the bed and I just really can't make it, I probably would even do the live from the bed, guys. That's how much I love doing what I do, okay? But, yeah, you're right. You're right, Kalia. I do talk about that. If you need to go Google our mentor, her name is Michelle O'Neill. She is a $12 million mentor. She hit her first 6 figures in this business in 6 months. She hit her first million in 17 months. Why would I not follow a millionaire? If I want millions, I'm going to go for someone who has millions. I'm going to learn from them. Right, guys? So there's something that I posted on my Facebook. Hold on, guys. Let me share what I posted. Look what I did. I posted this on my Facebook yesterday. I got a lot of engagement, but I'm going to respond to. Look, I said, when you have $1 million vision, don't surround yourself with 1 cent minds. Did that hit home to anybody still watching me on my live today? Guys, that got a lot of engagement. Those are the kind of things I post on my Facebook. Because it's true. You don't surround yourself with broke people if you want to be rich one day. You just don't. It doesn't make no sense. There's people in my family, not my family as in my kids and my husband, but my other side of my family, siblings, cousins, nieces. There's a lot of them that are broke-minded. I'll be honest with you. I don't care. They could be watching me right now. I'll be honest. They don't aspire for better. They put down things like this that I do. That's why I love connecting with strangers online, because they'll support me and they'll buy from me quicker than a family member will. Can I get an amen on that? It's proven facts. It's true, right, Clarissa? Your family does not support you as much as a stranger will. And that's really sad at the end of the day. See, you can tell them you're blue in the face. I try to explain this business, right? I try to explain. And it's one thing when you don't understand it, like clearly, let's break it down. But when you try to explain to someone and they still say, well, that sounds like a pyramid scheme. I told that person, go back and look what a pyramid scheme is. Go back and then come back and tell me what a pyramid scheme is. A pyramid scheme is someone who gets rich at the top. We don't even have a top here. Your business is your business. When you buy your business, it's yours. You don't answer to anybody. You're your own CEO. So how can that be a pyramid scheme? When you get a $900 payday, that comes right to your pocket. If you get a $1,400 payday, that comes right to your pocket. The owner of this, the one who created this, doesn't get a penny of that. The only thing she gets is that website fee. And I already told you that goes back into the community to host our website for us. I always tell you that, and it's right on the page, right? It doesn't matter how many times you explain to people. They're either going to get it and roll with it, or they're just going to make excuses not to do it. Exactly, Kalia, right? Let me read some wins. Guys, you know I got to share the wins. I want to share some wins with you, okay? Kalia, I don't think you were on my live yesterday, but Christina Bell, I forgot to put my win about how many views I got on here. So I don't always put my wins in here. I've screenshotted them from the community. Let me pull those up too real quick. Google Docs. I screenshotted what's in there because they get lost. They don't always show up at the top. But I love sharing other. You know why I share other people's proof? Can I be honest with you? Because I always am going to tell you, it doesn't matter what I make, what Kalia will make, what Christina will make. It's all about, at the end of the day, what you're going to make. My income proof doesn't mean you're going to make that. At the end of the day, that's why I never even asked the lady what she made here. I wasn't even that bold to say, let me see your paycheck. None of you are bold enough to do that. Are you bold enough to show somebody your paycheck? So why would you ask somebody that? It's one thing when I say, yeah, I made a $900 sale yesterday or last month or $1,800 this week or whatever it is, but I don't got to really share that. Because again, my efforts are not your efforts. I want you guys to understand that. The real questions, like I asked yesterday, Clarissa answered it. I said, how much do you guys want to make? How would, whatever it is, have that number in mind, how could that change your life? That's the questions that I like to hear in my comments. It's not, well, are you a millionaire yet? Are you wealthy yet? Believe me, when I am a millionaire, I'm going to let you guys know, no doubt about it. But I never come on here to share that. Some of it is how you are raising them. Are we letting them get away with everything, or always showing them that they don't have to have a discipline, that they can just get away? Yeah, I get you. That's true. So I just want, before I show you proof of community wins, my wins, things like that, guys, I just want you to understand that question is not the right question to be asking somebody. Because see, that would have been me. Like, that was never me. I didn't join this to say, look, Clarissa put it back down there again. And I already told her what program she should come in. Depending if she wants to go fast or slow, what program she should be looking at. I told her yesterday, right? We talked about it, Clarissa. But those are the right kind of questions you need to be asking somebody. Because when you do that, that means I can take the calculator out and I can give you I can tell you, okay, this is the program you should start at, right? If you want to get there quicker or slower, that's up to you. But this is the program you need to start at, and this is how many customers you need to get there. So how are we going to accomplish that? That's the guidance you're going to get in this, okay? It's not a get rich quick scheme. I don't know how many times I got to say that. Just like we had to tap their hands when they, oh, you're still on the topic of the kids. Yeah, I get you. So what did we say yesterday, Clarissa? We said if you joined the $1,400 program, if you join the $1,400 program and you did 4 sales, let's just say 4 sales. Let's see if that gets us there. Yeah. If you join the $1,400 program, all you need to give is 4 customers. That's easy. I've done way more than that on the $900 program. If you can just, I didn't go over the pillars real quick. Guys, I'm all over the place. Okay. The 4 pillars are, if this is what you need in this business, I think it's actually in life in general. To be successful, these are the 4 pillars. I just learned this morning. Do you see when I learn things, I bring them back to you? Yes, the value. No one's going to buy something if they don't see the value in it. Clearly, when I bought my cell phone, it needed to have all the bells and whistles, right? When I bought my laptop, I need to know what is it going to give me, right? So when you go into my blueprint, you're going to see all the programs broken down. It's going to tell you, okay, I'm getting all this for 1,400. I'm getting all this for 900. I'm getting all this for 600. I'm getting all this for 300. I'm getting all this for 100. Okay, that's how it works, okay? So the 4 pillars are, you must be coachable. Can you be coachable? That's with anything in life. When you go to a job, let's say you start a new job, okay? You got to be coachable because even though you got the basic knowledge of your career, you're going to learn something new in that job. Your boss is going to train you. A coworker is going to train you. Are you going to listen and learn, or are you going to talk over them? Right? Can we agree on that? We are never too old. Never, ever, ever. I'm so thankful that this never discriminated on my age, and I'm always learning. I feel so good to learn. I'm always learning from a fellow entrepreneur in this. I go to their lives. I've learned something. I'm taking it and jotting it down. That's where I learned this from today. One of the people in our community. Okay, listen. You got to be open-handed to receive it. Okay? You got to be open to receive things. Learn them, ingest it, apply it. Don't just take what I teach you and keep it up here. You got to apply it, guys. Right? Yeah, Kalia, you guys are learning today, right? You got to apply it. I'm going to have a coaching call. I'm going to have a coaching training soon. When I'm ready for it, and I'm going to start charging. Because I give away a lot of free stuff on my lives, but I'm going to start charging. Just give me some time. But I like to just give free value on my lives. I'm spending like 2 hours a day on my lives lately. It's okay if you can conversate with me, have a conversation, get the information, apply it, okay? You got to be coachable. The next one is you got to be consistent. These are the 4 pillars I'm talking about, guys. Coachable, consistent. If you're not willing to come on into this business and do 3 videos a day, every single day, no stop, do your copy paste ads or go live, and then comment to people that are asking for the details. If you can't do that 2-hour workday consistently, you're not going to be successful here at all. I can be point, period, blank with you right there. You have to. If you're not going to do it, you wasted your money and your time. That's what I'm dealing with somebody who joined this with me right now. It's sad. You paid money, but you're not going to implement it. You're like, I'm not sure if I understand it. What are you not understanding? Let's go back to this training. Break it down. Very easy. This is such a simple, beginner-friendly program. I'm 52, guys. I'm younger than probably a lot of you, and I still grasp this because it's done in a way that's very newbie. Oh, my goodness. It cracks me up. It has a lot of good things within the program with helping you with your website, teaching you how to do social media. So it's given a lot. That's what I've learned so far. I want the big package. Yeah, I know. Kalia, when are you going to join this? But Kalia, I appreciate you being here. I like that you're learning from me, Kalia, and you see what the big picture is. I got another gentleman who said he's going to join. He said he's waiting on the he's waiting on Trump and that stimulus. Guys, you might be waiting a long time for that. I didn't play. That's another thing I want to get across to you guys. That's smart if you get it, because that means he's investing it back into himself. And I commend him for that. I commend him for that. But at the same time, you wouldn't have seen me wait on this. I would have just done a payment plan. I would have done it. I would have done anything I could to get started. I'm not waiting on nobody's stimulus check, right? I appreciate you, Claricia. I know. But I can only teach you so much. We have a $12 million who's going to teach you a lot more. And then eventually I'm going to have my own community. I have it in the archive right now. I got to get into a space of my head where that I can solely focus on that. And then I'm going to have a community where people that do join me, I'm going to add them into my community to get even more training outside of what you're getting in the community that we have already. Okay. So, Kalia, what did you say? I remember I asked you that before. You want to get the big package. You said you're saving? I don't remember what you said. Okay, next, what did I say you have to do and be on these in this program? You have to be able to be authentic. I'm authentic. I come on here with my coffee, I'm in my room, my Jesus in the background. I'm in my room every time I come live. I don't care what other people think. Some gentleman came on here and said, are you in a hotel? A motel? No, I'm not in a motel. I'm in my room. I do my lives in my room. When it's nice outside, I might go out and do them, right? But I'm authentic. You're not going to see me showboating nothing. I'm not rich. I don't come on here to say I'm rich. Do I aspire to be rich one day? Of course I do. I aspire to leave a legacy for my family. That's why I joined this opportunity. Okay? So I'm me. So again, let's recap. For the 4 pillars of success, you must be coachable. When you join anything, you need to be coachable. Even if you have a job, you got to listen to your boss. You got to listen to the people training you. You can't be talking over people and just saying, oh man, I didn't get a sale today, so I'm just going to, That's not how we act over here. We're grown-ups. Like, we don't do that silly stuff. That's just not a business mentality. You got to be consistent. You got to show up every day for yourself. Guess what, guys? I don't just show up for myself. I show up for the people that are on here because I know that somebody's watching me. And I show up for my family because I know that's my big why. I need them. I need to be able to bring an income in to provide for my family. So consistency, coachable, authentic, be yourself. And the last one real quick, and then I'm going to show you some proof in the community, is you got to be receptive. You got to be receptive. You got to have patience and grace for yourself. Patience and grace, that's definitely, let's talk about, someone asked me, you have to have patience and grace with yourself because you're learning a new skill, guys. If you're going to a new job and you don't really know about their systems, you're going to have patience and grace with yourself there too. Right? What do you mean it's just getting to you a lot? What do you mean, Kalia? I'm not sure what you're talking about. All right. You keep expand on that because I'm not sure what you're talking about. Getting to me a lot? What does that mean? Let me share some. Okay, yesterday you weren't in here, Kalia. I think I shared this with Khaleesi. Clarice yesterday. Christina Bell is somebody in our community, and she's a stay-at-home mom. She's been in this, I think, 22. No, she in it longer than me. I don't know. Well, anyway, she had a hysterectomy surgery. And she doesn't care if we share it because it's in the community anyways, and we use it in our content. She had a hysterectomy, and that means you can't get up and walk around a lot. You can't drive. You got to sit down. Females should know what this is. If you know, you know. And she just was relaxing, didn't do a live. Normally she'll do one live a week, sometimes depending on how she feels, okay? I'm giving you an example of how you can still make sales without the lives, guys. That doesn't mean anything. Well, she was relaxing. She made a $100 sale. Then she made a $300 sale. Those were in the same day. Then again, she made a $900 sale, another $900 sale within a couple hours of each other. And then yesterday she made another $900 sale. That's $4,000 already this week. This works. Do you know why that happens, guys? Well, first, she has content. Even while she was sick, she batch created before her hysterectomy surgery. We teach you that. You want to have B-roll going. You want to have your content going when you're sick. You never know. You might have a day that you don't feel like creating content. So you want to have those batch created. We teach you that stuff. Okay, so she has videos still working for it, like me. I have videos that are still going viral on my TikTok that I still get people asking me for the blueprint on it. And I keep putting that back into my story because it's still getting a lot of engagement. So she has content like that still working for her, plus the new one she puts out every day. And so when people come into your funnel system, you know, the funnel system you get for free with this business, they're coming through. They might not buy from you that day. They might buy from you from a month from now. I don't care. Shoot, I made my first 900 in a week. Some people are ready to go. They're already in the decision stage. Let's go. I want to buy this because I like what she's saying. Okay, boom. That guy that was on my live when I went to the 4th of July pool thing. And as soon as I got off the live, he was watching me that day. And then I got a $900 sale. Do you understand? There's different phases of this. So there's different phases. So people are still coming through her funnel daily like mine. I get leads every day. Some of you are leads. You went into and put your email address. Some of you on TikTok, you went to my website, manuelavincent.com. Over here, this is where you get the blueprint. If you want to learn how to make $1,400 a day, $900 a day, 6, 3, 1, get in my blueprint to get the details. That's all I share every single day. It's not rocket science. This is a simple 2-hour workday system. I share it every single day. You guys can go to my bio, double tap. You can go here, send me a message. Guys, okay? It's not rocket science what we do over here. Okay? When people come, you get leads every day. I get leads to my system. People on TikTok want the blueprint. They're now going to put their email address. I get a lead. Over here on YouTube over here, TikTok, YouTube. I get a lead for the day. They're coming in my system. Now they're going through the system. They're taking their good time. Some want to go right then. Some are going to wait. It's okay. I don't care. It's on their time, not mine. My job every day, and I said this yesterday, I said, my job is to focus on what's working, not what's not working. Yes, I do know you can't read the board, smarty pants. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm talking on TikTok. They can see my board. Over here on YouTube, because I'm not on my laptop, you can't see it. So that's not important. I already went over it. If you want to get the details, you can go to my blueprint. You're saving for it, Kalia? That's amazing. Look at my girl, Kalia. This is what I'm saying. When you can impact people that they're saving for something they see the value in, she gets my emails every day. They know what the true value is. I appreciate you, Kalia. But do you see what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, that guy, John, he said that he was going to wait. I don't know what's going on. I don't pay attention to the political stuff except for the layoff things because I like to talk about that. But when it comes to the money, whether you guys are going to get that $2,000, whatever it is, yeah, Kalia ain't playing. Kalia knows. That's the people I like to work with. I love it. I love Kalia because Kalia shows up for me. She doesn't know that we can't read the boards, showing the board because it's backwards from a perspective. Hey, like I said, Gad, you can go get my blueprint and you can everything I talked about today, ask Kalia and Clarice. It's in the blueprint. So don't worry about that. That's not a big deal. But anyways, guys, I focus on what's working, what's not. I don't focus on what's not working. So if I got people that come in today, they go through the system and they're like, I don't really want this. They're going to unsubscribe, but I don't care about that. I don't look at that. I can actually go through and I do this. I clean out emails. I clean out people that are sitting in my system that haven't even read one email. Did you know you could do that? You're going to learn to do that in this because that's just wasting system time. I'm not going to waste my time on people that don't want my email, right? They should have unsubscribed, but I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's bouncing. I don't know what it is, but you can go and see people that aren't opening your emails and you remove it. That clears up space for my new leads. I can go through and I can remove unsubscribed people because they didn't want the information. That's okay too. It's on your timing, not mine. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't waste time on what doesn't work because if you do that, guys, it's going to mess with your mental. We're in the game. We're in the people business. We can't let everything get to us so personally. We got to just move on. It's a business. It's business. Like if I go shopping, I might not want what that person's selling. It's okay. You'll get to that point in your mindset. You'll understand. Okay. So I'm just sharing a couple things from the group real quick. So that she made that just chilling, not doing nothing, guys. She made 4,000. Yesterday she hit another 900. And that's because her automations are going out. Boop, boop. They're getting those 30 emails every day till they take action and they decide to sign up. That's what it works. That's how it works, right? She got actually that last one she got while she was on her live. She showed a snippet. She was talking towards the end of her live on TikTok and it popped up on her screen and she showed that in the screenshot. It's so cool. I love those. Those are amazing. I wish mine had done it that one time because then I would have showed that. But it happened when I went right to the pool. That was hilarious. Barry made 900. He made 900 before noon yesterday. Christina's talking about that 900 she got on her live. Look, you guys don't believe me. I share with you. I don't care. Look, this is the community. I'm going to show you this. She said $900 on the live. Look, I'm going to click the image and I'm going to open it again. This is Christina Bell. You see how it pops up? When you get a sale, it comes to your system.io. And it came up while she was on the live and she screenshotted it. She was on her TikTok live. That's what's possible here, guys. I told you, I've had them when I've been sleeping. I've had them when I was awake in a mentoring call. I've had them when I was at the pool, guys. Sky's a limit. Oh, what are you saying? I want to check and I wanted to buy the 901, but I have to save. You see, Clarissa's going to buy too. But these women are amazing because they're saving, because they see the power here. If nothing changes, nothing changes. That's simple. I mean, I love talking to people that have that mentality. Let me show you this. So these are screenshots of what I posted in the community, because when you don't do this, then you'll lose them. This is one where I said another 900 while I was watching Netflix. I remember this was my first $1,800 week because I got a $900 sale on that Friday on watching a Netflix movie. And then I was on the mentoring call. Remember I told you guys we have mentoring calls every week in this. And I even said it in the chat while we were on the Zoom. I said, just got a sale, Michelle. Just got a sale. She said, congratulations. She was excited. This is the one when I was at the pool. I showed you like what it looks like on my screen. It was like on my phone, $900 sale. This was my first $900 sale. Look, guys, this thing works. First $900 sale. It came through while I was sleeping. I told you guys, it comes in at any random time. That's almost like when you go to the car dealership. Sometimes I don't go to just buy a car that day. I want to see how you're going to treat me. And I want to see if they have, that's what I'm talking about. It does take time, right? So your decision, whether it's today, next month, I get you. Everybody is in a different phase. My goal here today is to get you to at least take a look at it. When you come in the system, you're going to get an email from me. The first email is your blueprint. These ladies got that already. Clarisse and Kalia got that. Now they're already they already know they want it. They're just saving for it. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? This is so important to understand. But I just want to show you, like, I got a sale when I didn't even realize I got a sale, that one. It's so funny. Look, let me talk about this. I've gotten sales here when I didn't even realize ones came in. I don't know what happened because I just set up Square. I've got PayPal. I've got what do you call it? Stripe, and I have oh my gosh, Square. These are payment portals, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Every e-commerce site has to have that to collect payments. And at the end of the year, they send you a 1099 telling you made X, Y, and Z, and you got to file that. You're in charge of your own taxes. So when I set up Square, for some reason, I didn't get the notification on my phone that I got a sale. And it's funny, I wouldn't even known it unless the lady emailed me and said, "Hey, Manuel, I just joined." And it was on a Sunday. And then the money was about to hit my bank account on that Tuesday, guys. I don't care. It's just a beautiful feeling that I can help another person, get them started, and I feel good about it. I don't care if it comes in today, tomorrow, the next week, guys. I just want to help people, and I want you guys to be able to buy and then help other people. That's what it all is at the end of the day. Can we help people? I'm in the helping game. I know people are getting laid off, guys. That's why I do this. Right now, so many people are getting laid off. Their hours are being cut. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and that's why I'm here to help. And when I say help, I'm not going to pay for your program for you. I can't do that because nobody did that for me. But I'm going to give you the information so that you can take a look at it. And you're going to either save for it or you're going to get on a P plan, which is a payment plan, if that's available in your country. If you're not in the U.S., you won't have that. I have Klarna Afterpay Affirm on my site. That's what I did to buy this $900 program at the time. Now we have the highest program. It's $1,400. You got to come in and make a choice what is going to be working for you. What program makes more sense to you? You can always upgrade. 30 days, you can upgrade for the difference. That's another question I always get, okay? So that's it, guys. I've been on here I've been on here 2 hours and 16 minutes. I am tired now. So I'm going to go edit this YouTube video when I get off of here. I'm going to go eat some lunch, relax. My 2 hours is over. That's it. I do my content in the morning. I jump on a live for an hour or 2 hours. That's probably a little longer. That's actually longer than 2 hours. I'm all right with that. I already batched my content so it's ready to go. That's what we're going to teach you in this program. Okay, guys? I love you guys. I appreciate you being on today. Anybody coming in late on the TikTok, you can screenshot this. This is where you go to get your free blueprint. Check it out. You can message me back. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next live. I'm going to be live every day. I go live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll see you on the next one, guys, over here on TikTok. Take it easy. Now, YouTube. So I got 2 new followers over here. YouTube, thank you so much. Clarissy, Kalia, John, whoever's still on, I appreciate you. Hear me? I'm nasally right now. Maybe it's allergies. Golly, what's going on? We love you. I love you guys too. You guys are my girls. I appreciate you, okay? You're my OGs. Remember that. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you come on. I'll be on. Same place, same time. Talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? Take it easy. Bye.